Intermittent fasting helped Kimberly Hooks lose 52 pounds in a year. Kimberly, thank you for being here and for sharing your story. Why don't you give people a little introduction? Who are you and what do you do?
Okay, so my name is Kimberly. A lot of people just call me Kim. Kim or Kimberly, it's fine with me. I'm a mom of three boys. I've been married for 6 years, almost 7 years. And I guess by day, I have a regular 8 to 5 job, and I work in healthcare. I've been in healthcare for about 8 years now. I went to high school to be geared towards healthcare, and so that's what I do, and it's pretty cool. It's an okay job. And so yeah, that's what I do. My boys keep me really, really busy, and then I also love doing YouTube and just sharing my journey and stuff. So that's what I'm really into right now.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about your weight loss journey. How much have you lost and how long has it taken?
So I've lost a total of 52 pounds, and it took me about a year, or not about, it took me a year. And I'm still on my journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't reached my goal weight yet, but so far I've lost 52 pounds, and it feels really good to have lost that much. And honestly, I didn't think that I could lose that much. At the beginning of my weight loss journey, I didn't even think it was possible, but I just stuck with it, and then now here I am, 52 pounds lighter, and I feel really, really good.
That's awesome. Now you said you kind of had a moment where you said it didn't feel possible. How did you change your mindset? Was it just like you just took it a pound at a time, or what did you do?
I took literally 1 pound at a time, and one day at a time, 1 pound at a time. And I didn't say that I wanted to lose 50 or 60 pounds, because I knew going in, I was like, okay, if I set this long-term goal or like this really big goal, I might get discouraged if I lost 1 pound here or gained two, or so I literally just took it 1 pound at a time, one day
Uh,
at a time.
that's awesome. So
Yeah.
tell us about your daily routine. Like, what exactly are you doing in order to lose weight? What kind of foods are you eating? Are you doing any kind of exercise?
Yeah, so my on a good day, I will wake up at 5 a.m. On a good day. It depends on how much rest that I got the night before.
Right.
But on a good day, I'll wake up at 5 and then I'll go to the gym. And what I first started doing when I first started losing or trying to lose weight, I would just do cardio. And I didn't really do weights that much because honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I would go to the gym and do the treadmill or try to do the stairmaster or something like that. But what I started doing was intermittent fasting, and I stumbled upon it just searching YouTube. Like I
Right.
was searching how to lose weight, and all this stuff came up. And then I watched this video of this girl, and she was doing intermittent fasting, and I was like, "What is that?" And so I searched it, and all this stuff came up from Dr. Eric Berg on YouTube, and all these other people who are really knowledgeable in intermittent fasting. And so I started doing that, and burning more than I ate, which at first was so confusing. I was like, how do I burn more than I eat? But then with more research and more Googling and more YouTubing, I found that it was, my active calories plus rest calories. And so I was like, oh, okay, I could do that.
Right.
And so that's what I've been doing. The foods, I've never been on a strict just eliminating different foods,
Right.
because I felt like in the past I would do that and I would end up like binging, or I would end up just like, oh my gosh, I eliminated chocolate. So I'll eat so much chocolate. And I love, oh my gosh, like that is like my weakness. I love chocolate. And so
Right.
like, I can't eliminate that. Of
Right.
course, I'll find like healthy, like alternatives to like a Snickers or something like that. But I was like, how could I eat the foods that I like and still, like lose weight? And I learned that it's all about like, moderation and not totally just kicking everything out of your, your diet. And I don't even like to say the word diet, honestly, because it's like diet, you stop. And then I just look at it like a lifestyle. So I still eat rice and bread and that kind of stuff. I just, now that I'm doing mostly just one meal a day, I'll just have my, my one meal that I love, that that I want to eat. And then, start fasting. And then I don't feel guilty about eating the rice or bread, or if I want a piece of chocolate or some ice cream, I don't feel guilty because it's I don't really believe in restricting myself completely. And then now losing 52 pounds, I'm like, okay, well, something is working because
Right.
I don't have to just eat, and there's nothing wrong with just eating chicken, rice, and broccoli, but I don't have to do that to lose weight. So
Right.
I'm really happy that I found, this tool like intermittent fasting, one meal a day. I'm really happy that I found this type of tool to really help me.
That's awesome. So has weight always been a challenge for you, or was this something that happened, later in life, or?
No, it's been a struggle since I was a kid. I was always the bigger friend out of my group of friends. Um, as a kid, I was always the chubbier kid. It's something that I honestly struggle with since I was a little girl. Middle school, high school, college, and honestly, I even suffered with eating disorders, and just because and I feel like it's really, I mean, for guys and girls it's hard, but I feel like for girls it's really hard because you don't know, as you're growing, you don't really know who you are, and I struggled with trying to fit in, and so thinking that like really stick thin is like what's beautiful, and so that's I struggle with it my whole life, my whole life.
Right. Well, so did you have a particular moment where you just said, I'm going to change this, or was it just something you kind of came to gradually?
I remember just like it was a year ago, but I remember like it was yesterday. It was around maybe 11, 12 in the morning. And I had just put all my kids were asleep. And my youngest, Jordan, he was 8 months. And I looked in the mirror and everybody was asleep. It was just me. I looked in the mirror and I was like, how in the world did I get here? Like my youngest was 8 months, but I still looked like I was about 8 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, Lord, how did I get here? And I remember just feeling so disgusted with myself. Like I was so unhappy. And I was like, how did I get here? I don't have any energy.
Right.
Like my kids want to run around at the park. And I'm like, I could literally run for 1 minute and like, okay, mommy, mommy's tired. And so I remember just like it was yesterday. I was just I looked at myself and I was like, how did I get here? And that's when I took my first like before picture. That's when I took my first before picture, and I was like, you know what? I got to do something about this. And so that's when I started like researching how to lose weight the next day.
Right. Was this time around different in some way for you? Like you said, you've been struggling with it since you were a kid. So do you think your mindset shifted in a way this time, or was it just the intermittent fasting, you think?
I definitely think it was a change in like a shift in my mindset. Because I've always heard that weight loss it's physical, but it's also like a mental, your mind has to go through a change. And so this time, definitely, I think it was a shift in my mind. Yeah, I think it was a shift in my mind. I'm like, you know what? I can do this. Let me just take it one day at a time. Let me find the best type of tool or the best thing for me, for my body. And you hear like a lot of people, whatever kind of diet they're on, they try to like push, you need to do this, or my family members doing this, or my friends are doing this. And I was like, let me just try to figure out like what's best for me, how, what works best for my body. And so after researching and watching different videos, and I was like, you know what, I can do this. And I started I started to get more confidence in myself. Like, you know what, Kim, you can do this. You know, all these other people are doing it. You can do it too. You just have to find what works best for you, but you can do it. And I start talking positive to myself instead of talking down or negative, because I used to, especially growing up, oh my gosh, your body is so ugly. I hate my body. I hate this. I hate that. And so I started shifting and changing how I talked to myself or how I thought about myself. And then that started to help boost my confidence as well, into knowing that, okay, you know, you can do this. So I think it really is a change, or was a change in my mind.
Right. So do you still face any challenges when it comes to weight loss, or do you feel like you don't struggle at all anymore?
Oh, definitely. I will not be honest if I said I do not struggle. Last week was a struggle. Oh my gosh. And you know, as women, when we go on our cycle and our weight fluctuate up and down, and it's, oh my gosh. So last week it was a struggle for me, and I felt like I wasn't on my fasting game like I usually am. It was just a struggle for me, honestly. Um, and so yeah, I definitely have struggles. Like, with sometimes daily struggles. Sometime one week I'll be good, the next week I'm like, what is going on with me? But I definitely have struggles. Yes.
Well, when you have a week like that, take us through, like, how do you talk to yourself? Because it sounds like you've got your mindset in the right place. You're having a rough week. What do you do?
For one, I stay off the scale. I will not I will not step, especially if I'm on my monthly cycle, I will not step on the scale, because just that right there, if I see that it went up, I'll get discouraged. But you know, I'm like, you know what? We're not stepping on the scale. I'm like, you know what, Kim? This happens every month. You'll get through this week. I was like, you know what? I got my water. I was like, you know what, Kim, you have your water. You have, you know, but I also give myself grace and mercy. I'm like, you know what, Kim, you're human. You know, it's just, if you gain 5 pounds from being on your cycle, it's no big deal. You know, I keep telling myself it's no big deal, but I also stay off the scale. So I won't even I won't even allow myself to go there.
Right.
Get discouraged, because I'm like, you know what? I feel heavy. I feel bloated, but I'm like, I'm not even gonna, you know, discourage myself by doing that. And even if I'm not on my cycle, say if, you know, I had a weekend, we're just, you know, relaxing, enjoying family and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? It's all about, you know, balance. You know, I'll have a week where I'm like, you know what, I'm really on it. And then if a weekend I want to go to the movies and have like a large popcorn and ice cream or a burger, you know, stuff like that, that's not at my norm, I'll do it. And I'm like, you know what, it's not gonna kill me. It's not gonna make me gain 52 pounds back. And so I had to really just learn that, like, if I have one day or 2 days or even a week, it's not going to make me gain 52 pounds back. But sometimes it's still a struggle, because sometimes on the days where I feel like bloated or I'm not really happy, because sometimes honestly, like, I'll look at myself, I'm like, Kim, it's just my mind playing tricks on me. Like,
Right.
sometimes I feel like I haven't lost a pound, which I know that isn't true. I know that isn't true. So I'll look at my phone or look on my Instagram and look at my like before and after pictures. Um, and so that really helps me to stay grounded. I'm okay. You know what, Kim, you have lost 52 pounds, but I also just give myself grace and just to be a normal person, a human being, you know, if I want, you know, just to have a slip up, but it's not the end of the world, really, pretty much.
So what would you tell somebody? They're out there, they're on their weight loss journey. Maybe they're just kind of getting started, maybe having some trouble. What's one piece of advice that you would give to them?
I would say take it one day at a time. I would say don't be so hard on yourself. Um, don't, yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself grace and mercy, and just know that if you're consistent each and every day, even if it's small, um, pr- uh, small progress is better than no progress. So if you're if one day or one week you had a great week, the next week you're not having a great week, it's okay. Just keep on going, keep on pushing. The weight will come off. Just don't give up. You know, we can only fail if we give up.
Right.
And so that's what I would say.
That's
Just
awesome.
keep on going. Just don't give up, because I know what it feels like, you know, to be at that point where you're just like, how did I get here? But just don't give up. Just don't give up.
Excellent. If people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way that they can connect with you?
On Instagram.
Okay.
So I'm pretty active on Instagram. I read all my messages. So Instagram, it's Kimberly_Hooks_. And yeah, I'm always on Instagram. So if they want to message me or anything, feel free.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story,
Thank
Kimberly.
you.
I hope you enjoyed that success story. If you have lost a significant amount of weight with intermittent fasting, please reach out to me at Kayla@sixmilestosupper.com. I would love to interview you for one of these success stories on my channel. If you're currently trying to lose weight and you're just having a hard time, check out my Slow and Steady Success Academy. There you'll find a course called Intermittent Fasting for Weight Loss 101, where I take you through the entire process from start to finish and how to implement intermittent fasting successfully in your life for weight loss. The link is in the description. The All Access Pass to Slow and Steady Success Academy is a monthly subscription plan that gets you access to every course that is currently available in this academy, as well as any that will become available in the future. Also, you'll get access to our private All Access Pass members only Facebook group.